Hey everybody, this is Kara. Today we're going to do a Kara YouTube show. Just called Kara Solo.
Where's Caleb?
Where's Caleb?
No one cares.
Yes, we do. We care. You're our favorite one.
Honey, do you like my hat?
I love your hat. I think you look very handsome.
I think I look like a doofus.
No, you don't look like a doofus at all.
What is up, everyone? Welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Caleb. And
My name is Kara.
This is Kara, and we are
Kara.
and Caleb.
That is us. Here we are.
I feel like this should be getting easier over time. It's getting
Well,
harder
it's always
for me.
hard to start. Like, oh, that's a good life lesson. It's always hard to start. And then once you do, once you do, it gets really fun.
Yeah.
It's just that the starting is like kind of
Are you sure I don't look silly in this
look
hat?
adorable. You're my most favorite one.
I know.
We're going to get married in 72 days.
I think it's less than 72 days.
We're going to get married in 64 days.
It's like 70, I think.
We could ask Siri.
Anyways, we're getting married. However, that's not what the topic of today's video
I kind of
is.
feel like I'm in the center. Is that okay?
You definitely are in the center. Scoot over a little bit.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
We're still learning, so
today's video.
I was on the World Wide Web the other day,
The interwebs.
and I came across an article on Medium, and it was titled 20 Things That Are Just Not Worth It. That's a mouthful. Hold on, I'll bring up the article. So here you go, 20 things that are just not worth it in life, or just not worth it. But I don't know, I agreed with some of them,
Yeah.
but not all of them.
Not all of them.
So if you look here,
There was a couple where I was like, oop,
yeah,
I did
what
that.
was
Oopsies.
number 20? What was number 20?
20 was like, don't adventure around and be a
Whimsical.
whimsical in your 20s. Whoops.
Yeah, you missed
Definitely
that
did
one.
that. But I like that I did that.
Anyways, I just thought, let's get this off, that it would be fun to hear what you have to say on what you think
It's just not worth it.
It's just not worth it.
We didn't tell each other. We each picked two.
We each picked two, and then we have one together that we did previously discuss.
Yeah.
So we have one together. Do you want to do that one first or last?
Last.
All right, do you want to go first?
Yes, I want to go first.
What's the first thing that you would say is just not worth it?
Something that I think is just not worth it, my first one, was spending time wishing that you were in a different body.
Oh, you went serious.
I went serious. I think it's just not worth it. I spent way too many years of my life wishing that I could be skinnier or not have knock knees or something. Like wishing I could be in a different body. And you waste all this energy on not liking yourself. And then it just gets reinforced because you're constantly thinking like, oh, if I had this kind of body or skin or hair or whatever it might be, then X, Y, or Z. And you make up these stories about if you had something that you will never have, then something better might happen to you. And it's such wasted emotional energy. And I remember so many years in my 20s, like hating the skin that I was in. And now I look back and I'm like, that was not worth it. That was so, why did I not spend all this time like cultivating self-love and self-acceptance and being in love with my life?
Right.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I would have to agree with that.
Okay, honey, what's yours?
My first one is, don't place the antifungal cream next to the toothpaste.
Did you seriously put fungus cream on your toothbrush?
I was just trying to make you laugh.
Oh, I was really concerned there for a second. That would be really
I was
unfortunate.
really silly. So I felt like whenever we said we were going to do this exercise, I immediately like got in my head and was like, making all these calculations. And so I got quiet.
Mhm.
I got in my heart. And the first thing that came up was, for me, the thing that's not worth it in life is foreboding joy.
Ooh.
And it's something I'm actually currently working through, but that was the first thing. And that is something that I've done my entire life. And what I mean by that is foreboding joy. I think it was Brene Brown in her book, The Power of Vulnerability, or her TED Talk, one of them. She talks about this idea of foreboding joy. And it's basically a dress rehearsal for tragedy.
Mm.
And so you'll never allow yourself to actually be happy in the moment. captured by
Enjoying
joy,
life.
enjoying life, because you're just waiting for the next bad thing to happen. And so I have been someone historically that has always tried to beat unhappiness to the punch, I guess, or trying to like basically
You're
not
like,
set
"I'll get
myself
there
up
first."
for failure or being disappointed in life. It's not worth it. Allow yourself and learn how to be happy here and now.
Well, I love that too, because you could expect everything to go wrong tomorrow, but
Yeah.
you just never can know. So why not enjoy what
Right.
you're actually in? My second, it's just not worth it, is don't spend time supporting other people's visions and dreams at the expense of your own. It's not worth it to spend all your time elevating other people if it's at the expense of you.
I think I understand your.
Wait, let me
you.
finish
Yes,
saying
ma'am.
what I'm saying. So I am someone who historically would get behind other people and be like, "You're amazing, you can do this." But when it came to myself, I wasn't able to do that for myself.
Yeah.
So it's almost like I used those people as a way to elevate something because I was so scared to do it for myself.
You were playing small.
I was playing very small. So I love supporting other people's visions. It's 100% part of who I am. I love like being like, you can do this. But when it was at the expense of me, or it was a protection barrier to keep me small, that's where it's just not worth it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
And I feel that makes great sense. And I do feel like there is so much, it's so justifiable to continue to support other people.
Oh, yeah.
And not
It looks
see
really
that
selfless.
as, it looks very selfless,
Mhm.
but that's why like being honest with yourself is so
Mhm.
incredibly important. My second one is don't think that your way is the only way.
Ooh,
It's not worth it.
that's not worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really
Because I feel like I did that for so long of thinking my way is the only way. And we can talk about just anything in life, just getting that I think there is so much importance to like having a laser focus on a vision and stuff. But I think thinking your way is the only way isn't about necessarily finding your way as much as it's about being right in life. And you built an identity around being right, I guess.
Would you say it's the only way or the right way?
The only way.
Okay.
Yeah, like the only way. Like it's so easy to be taught a way and then build a case to defend your way because it's where your identity is. Yeah. And the tragic part of all of that is you're not open to other ways, and you don't have the capacity to hold space and be empathetic for others that are not on your journey or not doing things your way. Yeah. You almost inadvertently see them as an enemy instead of recognizing that we really are in this all together.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that is very tragic because it just separates us and we're all connected.
It removes all form of empathy.
Removes all forms of empathy too. So I think don't do it, not worth it. Your way is not the only way.
It's definitely not the only way. My way is definitely not the only way.
And I think together we
came up with one.
We came up with one as an engaged couple. It's silly. It's not the greatest, or it is. It's important. It's important.
Our collective, it's just not worth it, is don't only spend time in your country.
Yes. Kind of hard right now.
However, circumstantially.
Yeah.
But get out of, even country, definitely, but out of your culture.
Your hometown.
Get out of what is normal to you. I think travel...
Life otherwise just becomes one massive echo chamber.
Yeah, I think travel has been so transformative for both of us individually. I feel like my time in other countries has literally shaped the way I think, the way I breathe, the way I operate in the world, the way I see food, the way I see tradition. All of these things have been so shaped by different experiences abroad. And so it's almost like it's expanded who I am as a person.
Yeah, no,
and I feel like it's not worth it to stay in an echo chamber.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I think it goes along with my other point where it's just like, if you don't get out of your bubble and see the world through somebody else's lens, you are never going to be challenged with your way, right? Like if you're around people who only validate how you see the world, I hate to tell you this, and I say this with love, but you're living a small life. You were here.
Or maybe you could be living a more expansive life.
You could be living a more expansive life. So, anyways, let us know in the comments section of something that you would say looking at your own life.
It's just not worth it.
It's just not worth it.
What's not worth it?
Thanks for watching.